Good morning. Just waiting for Jess to get back from the convenience store. But we're back. We're in Golden, and there's still enough daylight to record another video here. So we'll record some video climbing out of Golden eastbound over the Rockies, and we'll get what we get. But yep. There's the ski hill back there in the background. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful getaway. Oh, there's a Jess. I see a Jess. Hold up, let's go catch a Jess. And then we'll hammer down. Did we catch a Jess? Here's a microphone.
Thanks.
Let's jump in and go.
And there, the little bubbly. I think that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, move your microphone. Guys just parking in there, or can we go all the way around? I just want to go around, but guys are parking kind of wonky like. I suspect these guys are calling it a night already.
A lot of them are, yep.
Seems a bit early. Fueled up. Good to go.
Turn right on Highway 1, then take the first left.
Is that like a visitor center there?
Yep.
Trucks are parking there? Hmm, cool.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Good to know that you can park there.
Continue on Trans-Canada Highway.
All right, just leaving Golden here. Gonna do some more hard climbs. I figure it's enough light, we can get another video in here for a Thursday video, just in case we don't get a good shot tomorrow, because we don't come here very often. Get in 2 videos in a day. – 60 kilometers an hour. Yeah, I don't think I'll get to 60.
You're at 60 right now.
Oh, I'm at 60 right now.
Yeah. That's a little funny.
We're not at 60 now. I was just going as hard as I could. We're doing 40 now. 4-way flashers on.
30. Yeah.
26 kilometers an hour. Well, that's cool. The bridge crossing the river down there
It's really cool.
is, this is the Columbia River, by the way, down there. It's a tiny river over here. And it's flowing north. The Columbia River flows north here.
Kudos to that biker.
For climbing the hill.
Yeah, what elevation
It's a good
is.
workout for sure. Let's turn the rest of our lights on as it's going to get dark on us. Starlink had fallen off overnight or something. We just loosely put Starlink on top of the RV, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to give me answers.
What?
I'm asking you.
I'm still trying to read it to understand what all happened. Apparently it got windy and I fell off the RV because we didn't have it mounted properly.
I guess this isn't a lane. That's an exit lane only. Fine. It's been a while since I've been here. So the Starlink fell off of the RV, but it's working.
From what I can gather,
Okay.
there's some scratches on it.
I can handle scratches. See how the construction has gone up here.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see.
Because I think it's done, right?
I have no clue.
Because we've never taken the new part here. The new highway up here. I'm hearing a rattle.
I don't hear a rattle.
Leaving town of Golden. Banff 144 kilometers away. That's definitely going to be in the dark. And at the end of the day, yeah, that's going to be interesting having to find parking there at the end of the day. If we can make it through Banff, out of the mountains. There's this. As soon as you come out of the mountains, there's this native reservation there, and there's a truck stop there. I can't remember if it's an Esso or not. There's a truck stop there. I wonder if we can make that.
Oh, I can't remember what it is. I know what one you're talking about, but I can't remember.
That'd be a good one to stay at. These are all the new bridges
There's a
up
train
here.
down there that's so pretty with turquoise green water with snow and
All the way on the bottom, the Canadian Pacific, Kansas City.
well, it's beautiful.
It doesn't feel like some of these spots where we're driving on bridges. They've done such a good job here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the highway used to be right against the cliff, and now we're on top of a bridge instead.
It feels so roomy. I mean, so
You see the bridges ahead of us? That's what we're driving on right now. The old highway used to go around there, right? Hugging the cliffside. Yeah, that's the first time we've ever gone on here with it being completely finished. I still see the train down there. All the way on the bottom. So all of this, we're on top of a bridge right here.
I really like how roomy and open it feels. A lot different.
Yeah. Yeah, these corners used to be just crawling 2-lane highway with bumper to bumper traffic. This has changed so much. Yeah, right over here, we would always be right next to the cliff. And they've even planted some trees there. And here we would shoot out, right? So here they've done a cut. Yeah. If planted some trees on top of the old road part of it.
Give it a couple years and
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been here, so it's kind of neat seeing the changes. I mean, I'm gonna miss the old highway, the carving corners, and it was beautiful, but this is neat too. And a lot safer now. Like, we have a shoulder. It used to be 2 lanes with no shoulder. Now we're driving on these massive bridges. Still a hard climb, but at least people can pass you now. You're not all stuck bumper to bumper behind a slow truck.
Yeah.
Tops of the trees are just barely poking through some of these places. Once again, you can see the old highway on the left-hand side there, right against the cliff.
It's just gorgeous down there.
Yeah, because we're literally on a bridge on the cliff. Now you can look down there and see the river. So it has given some pretty cool viewpoints down there. I don't know if we'll get that on video or not, but the viewpoints are quite amazing.
I really like the color of the water right now. And you get some snow still. It's just really gorgeous. Planted trees all along here too.
Oh yeah. I want to be careful not to get too much speed here. Oh yeah, that's going to be so much faster. Because we're done with that part already.
Yep.
And then this next section got replaced, 10 years ago or more? Kicking Horse River. That's going to be so smooth now. Like, that's amazing. That changes how much it's going to increase how fast we're getting through the mountains. You're not stuck behind super slow trucks the whole way.
And then you just add in bad weather conditions. It was
it just shut it down every time, right? 10-mile hill truck rest stop in 6 kilometers. 6 kilometers and 10 miles do not compute.
Yeah, I'm like, my brain.
But 10-mile hill probably was 10 miles from Golden or something like that originally. The railroad. It was probably a 10-mile hill. The railroad was probably 10 miles from Golden. Or it went up for 10 miles. Probably something like that. And here the road used to continue on the left-hand side on the bottom. We crossed the river at the bottom instead of climbing here next to all these coal veins. Beautiful black coal veins sticking out here and there.
If I remember correctly, they were doing this bridge when I first moved up here.
Yeah. You've never not taken this bridge. This bridge was done when you moved up here.
Okay. And like, it was brand new though.
Yep.
Like, I remember construction
Yep.
around here.
Got some rock slides here. I've tried stabilizing the cliff with the concrete and anchors, but the rocks decided they're going to tear all the anchors off. Yeah, this used to be bumper-to-bumper trucks around all those corners, and now it's just an empty highway.
I'm like
Because the traffic jam is gone.
pretty empty. There's nobody around.
You remove the traffic jam and the highway feels nice and roomy and empty. With those corners, it felt like this road was miserable, full of vehicles. Park Bridge. I don't know if you guys can look over the edge of the bridge if I go near the edge. But you can see the old highway down on the bottom. That's the highway I remember taking through these mountains the first time. It felt a lot more like Hope Princeton does right now. The 2-lane sections of Hope Princeton. That's what this all felt like back then.
I can't wait to see when you're editing the video what that looks like.
Now they just have to do the rest of the highway 4-lane. Well, like you saw in yesterday's video, there is lots of construction. They are working on it. And then this rock cut is just sheer walls. I guess it's big enough, stable enough rock that they're not worried about a lot of landslides, because that's steep. Almost straight wall up.
I wonder how long it took them to actually get rid of this.
It took quite a few years. I remember blasting going on for many years before we finally got to go through here. The nice part was they could do all this construction while the highway was open. All of this was on a different, completely different route than the original highway at the bottom. They had to close the road every now and then for the bridge construction and stuff like that, but short closures. You see the road coming up over there?
Yeah.
That's where the old highway used to come up. Have a hard little climb there. Bumper traffic, lots of accidents. That's all gone now. It's kind of nice.
I like it.
Safer roads. See a little ribbon coming up. Yeah. I bet you can still hike it. I wonder if the original bridge is still down there. Maybe we should take the RV up here and then hike down and then hike back up. And then right where the little rest area pull-out is with the pit toilets, that's where the road met up. And then we're on the same grade as the old highway. First time on the new highway when it was completed. making all those bridges. I was wondering what it would feel like. I think the viewpoints are definitely better going eastbound. Westbound, you're not going to get much for viewpoints.
Yep. Yep.
So if you have to drive through the Rockies, 2 different routes. I don't know. I was going to say do Trans-Canada Highway 1 eastbound. But seeing Banff for the very first time westbound is an experience.
It is. There are certain sections of the, like, the canyon, you want to be going westbound.
The canyon, you mean like in south of Cache Creek?
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Definitely
there's
want to be westbound through the canyon, yep.
certain parts of the highway where we're like, it does have a better view.
Going one direction and the other, yep. So southbound between Cache Creek and Hope.
Yeah.
You want to be southbound, yep. It's the brake check up there on the left-hand side. And right here is where the old highway used to merge in over here. I mean, merge in, it never merged in, but that's where this is where the old grade meets up with the new grade. How far away is Field? I don't know if you have cell service to look that up. If you have cell service, could you look that up? Like you're not going to do it without me asking.
I was waiting for a please.
Oh, shoot. I thought I was being super polite.
You were. Yeah, I have like 1 bar of service.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful mountains in the background. The Rocky Mountains are amazing. It feels good being back in them again. It's been too long. It's been too long.
I have no service, so nope, you don't get an
No
answer.
service.
We just need to find somebody that's Starlink over here.
Yeah?
They'll say it once in a while.
And a lot of them don't have a password on them. You just connect. Ours has a password on it. I think we would allow anyone to connect to it though. Like if we're in a RV campground or something for just one night and we hit it off with our neighbors, go, by the way, here's our password to our Starlink if you want to watch some videos or whatever.
I think it would depend if we're streaming or not, because we don't want issues with streaming.
Oh yeah, yes. If we're streaming then we'll be greedy. You are correct.
But if not, yeah.
Roads are nice and dry up here. Still overcast, but
I'll take this over like a crazy snowstorm. I mean, like, I like the snowstorm, but it's easier to drive than this.
got food in the toaster oven. So as soon as that bings, I think we're ready to eat. Actually, no, it has to bing and then a little bit more, right? For chicken? Can't remember.
I like it a little bit more. It's warm when it bings, but not hot enough that by the time it gets the last trip that it's still nice.
And we'll find a spot to pull over and have some supper and then continue on. There's a little bit of sun still hitting the top of those Rockies there. Still a little bit. You know what the forecast is? Are we going to have more blue skies or more rain?
It's pretty much, I think cloudy, but I had like a sun logo, so I think it's the same kind of sunny cloudy.
Some more of this.
Yeah. I think there is a chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. On the,
That'd be fun having a thunderstorm.
not here.
I have to tarp
Not in Calgary, over
Oh.
here.
over here. I doubt there's going to be thunderstorms in the mountains. Mountains don't get real thunderstorms. So yeah, we got a load tomorrow that we have to pick up in Calgary. That's going to go back to Kelowna. So we will be taking this highway again tomorrow to get back home.
We just aren't sure about how quickly things will happen.
Yeah, it might be dark by the time we're heading back this way. Since we shot this video yesterday, if we don't get back tomorrow, that's fine. We got the next day to do it. Got a national park here. Yoho. Yoho National Park. It was originally not named Yoho. I can't remember the name originally. When they first built the railroad through here, somebody on the railroad crew decided that this is too beautiful. They had to make a park to preserve the beauty of this place. So Yoho National Park used to be named something else before they changed it to Yoho. Park entrance, so if you're going to be stopping anywhere in Yoho, you got to stay in the right lane here, exit, and get yourself a park pass.
You're doing 70 and it's like you're doing 80 something.
Yeah, I think that's probably reading the other trucks.
Okay. I'm like, that was not right.
Because yeah, we were going slower than that, but so if you're gonna stop and enjoy any hiking trails and stuff, you gotta make sure you get a park pass first.
It's been a couple of years, but they do like a 1 day, 3 day, 7 day, 10 day, I don't know, there's multiple ones. I don't.
And you just get it online. That ticket booth is closed.
So if you're gonna go to Jasper, if you're gonna go multiple parks over here,
Oh yeah, one pass will cover all the parks.
yeah. So just plan it out and how many days it's gonna take, and then you can save some money.
Because when we did our cross Canada trip, we had a park pass that was good all year long.
We got it for free.
We did. Which was nice to get some free showers in some parks. We never did figure out if the showers were actually free or not, but there were showers there and we took showers.
I remember that, but at the same time, I don't know why there was showers there. It was really weird. It wasn't exactly a park where you needed it. I don't know.
No. You're like, showers. You know what? We're going to go take a shower.
I don't know why it was there, but it worked out.
Was that in Newfoundland?
Oh, what?
Nova Scotia?
Ooh.
There's the Maritimes either way.
Yeah. It might have been Newfoundland.
Now we have to do a big U-turn because we are not going south around these mountains. We're turning north.
There's a waterfall that says that away.
Wapata waterfalls. You're an avalanche country. Yes, we are. See how busy the road gets as soon as it goes down to 2 lanes?
Mm-hmm.
The road's all of a sudden bumper to bumper trucks. Mountains are just so amazing. It's definitely a magic hour. If it wasn't cloudy, the way the sun would be hitting these, like, just look at these views. Would you just look at it?
Look at the color of the water.
The water's just gorgeous colors. That repair truck,
And Cal Tire
Cal Tire put safety cones way out here.
in the side.
Good job, Cal Tire. Man, that's a pet peeve of ours, having these signs at way too close to the vehicle. That Cal Tire truck went around the corner, put a sign up before the corner. Good job.
That's an A+++.
Yep. Good job, Cal Tire.
I think we need to find your little beacon lights that I bought you.
I don't know where those are.
Yeah, but we have to check the batteries.
Yeah, we do. Yep, you're
I don't
right.
want them to be dead or corroded or.
I think they're in a tote behind me.
Okay.
Those batteries, I mean, those lights have come in super handy once in a while. Instead of using triangles, have flashing yet amber lights.
Oh, we like these there's different Patterns.
Patterns of flashing, yeah.
and it's magnetic as well, and
Grabs your attention.
you can do a lot of different things with it. And they're so bright. The time change is getting me. Like, it's not 7:30 already.
The time change in here?
I'm pretty sure.
The truck did time change? Okay. It doesn't feel like it's 7:30. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, it matches my phone, so it must have changed.
Okay. I was still thinking that was our local time. I'm like, man, we're running out of time. Fast. But we're not. We're fine. Still a little bit of ice in the river. 9 degrees Celsius, so it's definitely cooling off. East again, east and then back northeast, slowly cut through all these canyons. We're still in Yoho National Park. Looks like they've been doing some work here too.
Didn't they have like a mudslide or something?
Yeah, all the stuff on the left-hand side is the leftovers of a mudslide, but they've been taking the leftover or when they clean out a mudslide, they've been strategically placing that mud and rock and gravel in places where they can, in the future, use it to build a highway to 4 lanes. See, over here, what are they going to do? Are they going to build the 4th lane into the river, or are they going to blast on the right-hand side? Like, you'd think you can't change that river, right? So you'd have to blast the cliff.
What,
That water is so clear.
what makes it so the
What makes it what?
what makes you think they have to have the 4 lanes connected together?
Oh, build the other lane on the other side of the river. Yeah, totally could do that.
And then you just need a bridge that goes across the river to reconnect.
No, yep, valid point. Can't get over how beautiful that river is. Just crystal clear. Has that turquoise look to it, but it's just clear. The reason why it has a turquoise look is because it's so clear, and that it's got that whitish sand underneath it.
It might be too much like a marshy swampland where they build lanes in.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll wait and find out as they slowly build it, huh? There's definitely some fresh snow on top of those mountains. Every now and then you get these beautiful viewpoints.
I'm just enjoying the view. I don't know, that car really wanted to pass you.
Yeah, like the one on yesterday's video. It's like I'm merging over. There's lots of room behind me for you to merge in between us, but no, you must pass. Well, you should have thought of that before the passing lane ended. There's definitely blue sky up ahead. Man, I love driving up here. I miss it coming up this way.
I don't
For
think
Succo, you would do it a little more often, but even that, not often enough.
I don't think you want to do it daily either.
No, if you do it daily, it would lose its magic, right? You'd be running exactly the same route over and over and over. That'd get boring too. Even if the mountains are beautiful, it would get boring.
Some flashing lights up there.
Yeah, construction. I'm not sure.
Oh, those are like blue.
Yeah, blue and yellow. I think it's some kind of construction or speed zone light or something. merge to the left lane. Might be a cop car and a traffic car, I'm not sure. Seen a blue light like that on a traffic vehicle before.
Like Alberta has it that way?
Yeah, it's Alberta
Yeah.
plates on it. It makes no sense why we have to merge over. It makes no sense at all. We're not in Alberta either. Is it just a broken down vehicle?
Could be.
That makes no sense. I don't understand what's going on there.
Yeah, unless he's broken down, I don't understand. But it's more eye-catching having it.
The blue in there, yeah?
Yeah.
And all the tow truck companies in British Columbia have tried pushing our government, provincial government, to allow blue lights on their tow trucks, just to make it safer for them. There's a big wheel loader coming by. Beautiful mountains. Now I'm at the dilemma of when do I stop this video? Just keep going until the batteries start dying on us and make a long one? I mean, I'm going to spend a lot of time editing. I won't have time to do any editing tonight. It's going to be a shorter night in an attempt to get these loads done and coming back in some daylight, but we'll see.
We also had very little talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna unload this and come back. Yeah.
I'm saying for making this long video.
People, every time I say that, it's like I got nothing to talk about. I'm out of words. I'm out of narration. People are like, we're fine without you talking. We're here for the views and not for your voice. Just shut up. And for those of you that agree with that, check out our Sleep with a Trucker channel. We don't post a video there very often, but every now and then we get to update and put another video in there. Hey, here's Field. We've made it to Field. Sweet.
Somebody was talking about that recently.
Are we going to make it to the spiral tunnels? We'll at least get part of the way there. Across the railroad right there.
I'm being able to stop at the spiral tunnels.
I don't have to be open, but
Probably not yet. Hey,
elk.
a whole bunch of elk.
People pulling over. It's kind of dangerous, but got a whole bunch of CP trains parked on the other side there. CPKC trains. Seeing more and more of them are repainted. That one still says Canadian Pacific on it. there's the Field Flats. So Field was not called Field originally. Originally, it was just a roundhouse for the train station, and it just had a train station number. They needed a big roundhouse here to add. They ordered 2 special engines that were the most powerful engines ever produced to pull the steep grade here. It was a 4.5% grade, which is crazy for a train. I think 4.5. I could be wrong, but a crazy steep grade for a train. In fact, we're going to drive up the original train grade. I'll tell you once we're actually on the original train grade, where the spiral tunnels have removed the steep grade. But they would always pull into Field here, attach an extra engine or 2 to climb the steep hill. The very, very first time they constructed that hill, and the very first locomotive, which was a construction locomotive, crashed at the bottom of the hill.
Oops.
The very first locomotive ever coming down this hill crashed. So originally they built, I think, 3 sidings, and they had these switches in the train, on the train track, that somebody would man the switches. As the train's coming down, the switch is set for the train to take a siding and derail off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Until the switch person at the switch goes, yes, that train is coming down under control, that train's going to derail over there. I mean, it was a long run off and then back climb up, right? So maybe it wouldn't derail all the way.
Light traffic on your route.
Thanks, Carmen. So you'd have 3 switch people on the way down this hill that would always throw a switch every time the train got near, and they would go, yes, that train's under control. Switch. Now that train can continue on the main track.
Crazy to think about.
And then I forget who it was, but inspired by some tunnels like in Sweden or something. Maybe it was not Sweden. I don't know if it was in the Alps or not. Maybe Finland. There were some spiral tunnels there, and inspired by that, they proposed to build some spiral tunnels over here. And the spiral tunnels are still steep. They still add engines. Even today, they add engines here in Field to climb this hill. So the train track's on the other side of the valley, on the right-hand side there.
When they're up a bit.
But as we get up there, that's where the original grade is.
We have another tunnel there for avalanche.
There's actually 2 spiral tunnels here.
They have a rock tunnel and then an avalanche tunnel.
Snow shed.
No shade.
That's it. Food is ready. Luckily, I can reach it. We'll let it cool off a little. Do you know where the barbecue sauce is?
Somewhere in the fridge.
In the fridge. I can reach that too. Coming up to the grade right over here. Should need it.
Maybe the bottom? I don't know.
Climb, baby, climb. We're right next to the train track here. Right road here, right here. Our highway gets a little steep here, and this track goes into a spiral tunnel, but we are now on the old grade. So this is the old train track grade right over here. Two spirals. The first spiral will be on our left hand side, the second one's on our right hand side, but you can't really see it from where we are. But the train track's on both sides now, so the train track on the left is climbing to the first spiral. The train track on our right is climbing the opposite direction to the spiral behind us. Where we're going to end the video. We're going to end the video at one of the original trusses to the original grade. There we go. There is a little pull off there. I'm going to show you guys the bridge to the original train track. There's still a bridge, a truss bridge to the original grade. This is 4.5% grade here, which for a train is absolutely insane. Grab my food. Jess's food. Yeah, there's the train. So this train here on our right hand side has come through the first spiral and is climbing uphill back the way we just came towards the second spiral. So this guy's just come through the first spiral, and he's empty potash, headed east, just like we are. So that train that was headed the opposite direction we are, or is headed the same way we are, if that makes sense. Left-hand side, there's a beautiful viewpoint of the spiral tunnels. Up to that bridge, so as soon as we see that bridge, I'll pull in there. here on the right hand side. Yep, there it is. That is the original train bridge of the 4.5. I can't pull in. I was going to pull in, but it's not plowed. So that's the original train bridge of the Canadian Pacific, 4.5 degree hill. And they actually used that bridge, they paved over it and made it into the highway when they first built a highway through here. So in the summer there's a big pull out there and you can pull over. Unfortunately you can't go on the bridge, but you can see the bridge. And as we make it around the next corner here, we should see the train track on our right hand side. After it's done both spirals. Single trailer, either you got very low horsepower or you're derated and there's something wrong with your truck. Them and back in there before we have traffic catching up with us. Yeah, didn't hold anyone up. Beside us on the other side. There it is. I see it down there.
Mountains are magical.
Mountains are magical. Those mountains are in Banff, by the way. Because we're just about to leave British Columbia. I guess the video will just continue. It'd be a pain to edit this all together. Did you just give me more of your food?
It's too much food. I'm not gonna eat it.
This is Wapata Lake. On the other side of the lake. Look at those mountains. We can't stop recording the video with mountains like that in the background.
And 14 kilometers of Lake Louise.
It's only 3 degrees Celsius out there. Bridge. For those of you that haven't seen these before, in an effort to keep the elk and the bears and the cougars off the highway, we've got bridges like this in places where the natural migration paths were. That's the word. They build bridges like this to help the animals keep their natural migration routes without having to cross the highway.
There are tons of them that actually go under the highway as well. They're meant for even simple things like turtles and frogs.
Yep.
To other smaller animals like that.
The only time they build one over top is if it would be more expensive. If it's cheaper going over top, they'll go over top, but there's a lot of them going underneath. A lot of time by creeks, they have wider bridges for creeks for wide enough for animals to cross. You also don't have to finish it. You're the one that made these meals. We're just eating chicken tenders. Welcome to Banff, Alberta, Wild Rose Country. Goodbye, British Columbia. We've left British Columbia in the dust. The sun is still reflecting off the top of the mountains here in Banff. Going over the train. Getting ready to go down the spiral tunnels. Steeper hill down than I thought. We're gaining too much speed. Cruise control failed me. There we go. Speed limit's only 90 kilometers through the national parks here, so gotta watch out. And they will get you.
Especially in Jasper.
Yep,
They
yep,
really-
up north on Highway 16, Jasper, yep, they'll get you.
They really like that one.
Jasper also tends to have a lot more wildlife on the road.
A lot.
Well, if we're driving through this tomorrow in the dark, at least we got to see it today. Big ski hill there. I'm not sure what that ski hill would be. Lake Louise? Something Lake Louise ski hill? Because we're right next to Lake Louise. In fact, this is the exit that goes up to the up to Jasper. Can't remember what it's called, glacier or something or other. Lots of glaciers on this highway. You gotta pay a fee to go through there as well. Cannot bring a semi on this road at all. No trucks allowed at all on Highway 93 between Banff and Jasper. That is a road you cannot take with a big rig. The road itself could easily handle the big rigs.
I haven't been up there since the fire went through.
Yeah.
I imagine it's quite different too.
But they just don't want big rigs shortcutting through there. Just for the scenery, right? See, Lake Louise turnoff is in 2 kilometers. Another Animal Crossing. Not the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Nintendo? No. GameCube video game. No, that was Harvest Moon. And Animal Crossing. I can't remember. But this Lake Louise on the right hand side over here, the town, the village, I guess. The lake is uphill.
Beautiful mountain up there.
They're flashing lights at each other. Oh, who cares? Just don't speed and you don't have to worry about all the cops. Climbing a hill anyway, we're losing speed.
Unless he's doing it for elk or something.
Oh, could be wildlife on the road. I'm doing 87 kilometers an hour. Slowly losing speed. It's starting to get dark on us here. Cameras are pretty good at picking up light longer than we can though, so you guys are probably getting an okay view of these mountains, even though the sun has set on us. So beautiful. I wouldn't want to run through here every day, but I wouldn't mind once a month. Hear that, boss man? Once a month, I'd be super happy. See any wildlife out here. I don't know what he was flashing his lights for about then. No wildlife. Maybe he's just saying hi to everybody. And you wouldn't flash your high beams for that though. You flash your park lights for that. Don't tell me it was like some stupid deer. I hate it when people flash their lights because of a deer. The deer is long gone. Anyhow, I think we should probably end the video here. Because by the time we get to see more of the more beautiful, awesome mountains, it'll be pretty dark already. And the cameras are going to be shutting down here any minute. Usually we can go an hour and a half. We're an hour and 15 minutes, hour 16. I don't want to end the video.
Yeah, no you don't.
Because I'm sure the video is picking up more light than we're seeing, so.
We're this close to Lake Louise turn off, so.
No, we've already gone by Lake Louise.
I saw no sign for it though.
Well, we were long past Lake Louise.
Yeah, but there's a sign for something over here then.
Still 3 degrees Celsius outside.
What is this sign for?
What's that?
Reading signs.
Signs for...
The overflow.
Oh,
That's what it
overflow auxiliary. So basically overflow parking for Lake Louise, and then a bus will pick you up and you can yeah.
Is it just that busy?
Look, there's a couple of big rigs parked in there. That's a good idea. I've never seen them in there before. I wasn't even sure if we were allowed to or not. We probably are not allowed to, but maybe we get away with it. Car is full. Even the front passenger seat has got totes in it. That car is packed full. Someone's moving.
Somebody went through that barrier.
Oh yeah, that barrier got knocked out. The other lane. Crossing.
I haven't been counting.
No, we're not counting animal crossings like snow sheds.
Why not?
Just because we're not.
But why not?
Just because I said so.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. We decided to record another video.
Sometimes it works out.
Sometimes it works out. We can only shoot 2 a day because the batteries are charging. The batteries take longer to charge than it takes to discharge them. So the first set of batteries is still going to be in the charger for a while before we can throw these back in. So. Depending on timing, sometimes you can only do 2 in a day, and then the next day you can only do 1 because the other batteries are still charging. Looks like some of these batteries have started flashing red and shutting down. Cameras are shutting down. Well, I guess we might as well call it a day then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Super appreciate it. I hope you guys liked this long one. Kind of fun doing some of these longer videos. So for now, we are out of here. You guys absolutely rock.
Adios.